Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh,
How
Casey's.
are you?
Oh gosh, I'm happy to be here. You?
Yep, me too.
It was a weird weekend. Did you have a weird weekend? Or
Mhm.
was it? Oh, good. I'm glad I wasn't alone. I'm like, okay, let me go back to my happy place.
Yeah, I was supposed to be wrapping. I just stayed in here. I'm working on this wallet.
Ooh, that's pretty, Suzette.
It's
Good
gonna-
morning, Casey. We were just saying it was a weird weekend and we're happy to be here.
Oh dear.
Did you have a weird weekend?
No, actually I had a fairly calm weekend, so must have been an East Coast thing.
Oh, yeah, maybe. And you hardly ever get a weekend alone, I would imagine.
Correct. My solitary time will be ending today. Dave is coming home, so we're excited
Aw.
about that. Can't wait. Somebody to take the cat out for a walk. It's like hysterical. I turned the computer on, and what did she do? She went over to the front door and started meowing. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You had a whole hour before this to tell me you wanted to go out, and now you want to go out?
Oh, he probably misses her too, though, I bet.
Yeah, she's a good excuse to sit in the chair and just have a lap warmer.
Yeah. Good morning, Usha. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
Welcome to your first day of vacation.
You can see all over my face.
Yes, I can. Thank you for spending it with us.
Yep, I just
And
sent
your
my...
sewing area looks a
this
little
one?
tidier. There's some things missing back there.
Yeah, because I don't want you to see every day the same thing. I put it out. I did not finish it.
You're trying to trick me. What's
Yep.
the book, Usha? That looks beautiful.
This one is it's one of the goddess which we all pray for more strength and power, whatever.
Yeah. What is her name?
Lalita.
Lalita?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty.
Yes, and this book has all her 1,000+ names and their meanings and some other when there is a kids poetry or wherever the poem has a meaning and elaboration of the review, something like that. One of my uncle gifted this to me, so I took it out to read at least one per day. It's there for a while, and I thought I buddied up with another friend of mine. But then she has 2 teenage girls, and she is more busy than ever. She was like, I have no me time, you know. So it's still there. It's like difficult to read all by myself. I don't have that kind of maturity level or a concentration. So it helps when somebody else is there. You concentrate more and you try to be in that minute more. If I'm all by myself, maybe my brain, my eyes reading, but the thoughts will be flowing somewhere. That's what is the problem with me.
I like it. So you need someone to be your mirror.
Yeah, I always need someone. People tell me I don't need anybody, I can handle it. But that's how I grew up, maybe with both my sisters buddying up both sides. I always in the middle, even though I'm the last child, they protected me like that. Even now, if I go, they both are both sides,
Where do they live, Usha?
They are in India.
Oh, wow.
With
How
my
in the world
parents.
did you leave them all? You came
I
in?
didn't know when I was crawling and walking and running and flowing. I didn't know that I'm going too far away from them.
Oh.
It so happened in my life. So now I regret, but I cannot, make myself shift from here to there again.
Mhm.
It's my life.
Yeah, wow. Gosh, thank you.
Maybe like my great grandkids might be talking about like at one point of time, my grandmother flew back here, never went back there.
Yes, they will, and chose Texas of all places.
I'm not saying this is my, final place. So I might be having one more move.
Really? With that machine? Wow. Maybe I can buy your house. And
Yeah, come over. Just, trial living with me for a while and then see if you like Texas and this house.
Well, I love cowboys and cowboy boots, so I'm sure I'll be happy there.
Yeah, but
Me
I
too.
don't go drive to those rural areas much. But sometimes I do see horses, but not that many. I saw more cows in California around my place than here.
Hmm.
That means like I'm not going into that areas more like ranches and all, because here the places are huge and there are like lot of space. You don't see much next to the main roads or something. But in California, like you go on a highways, there is a like dairy farm, and there is a like a horse training place and all. I saw more that kind of living back in California than here. Kim, where are you going?
Good morning, Kim.
Hello, how are you?
I found fabric at Walmart.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me. And I got a pattern, which I think Kim, I think you had this one or someone did, but I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so is this the daughter's t-shirt that you're making?
No. I made two other ones that I had.
And
No.
have you done this one?
No, I haven't done that one yet.
Okay,
But
so
tell
there's
me, Andrea, like,
extra-
why do you need pattern for that? It looks so simple.
Well, just because I'm new to this.
Yeah, I've never done a t-shirt, so I needed a pattern.
But there's a whole extra piece of pattern paper in here with grid lines.
Oh, I've never even opened the pattern up. So I
So
don't know.
I just want to make sure that I'm not gonna ruin that. The purpose is to retrace my size on it, right? Do you think that's the purpose?
Didn't they write anything on the thing, like why the
Oh,
grid
I don't
sheet is
know.
there?
No, look, it looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. I never noticed that.
That's a really nice touch.
Maybe that's a guide. That's a guide for you to put it on the fabric.
Well, I need to trace the pattern though, because it's like a pattern hack. So you can do different things with it. But Casey, don't you think that's what this is for, to trace it onto? Oh, you're muted.
The grid looks like the kind of stuff I usually buy that's not tissue, but it's a gridded pattern thing, so you can transfer. So you can lay it on one, transfer off the part you need, move it over to the other, trace off the other part, the hack that you're doing.
Oh, maybe it's just for the hack part, you think, not the whole?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'd have to read the directions. I've never seen that before, but that's what I would do. Is I would take my tissue, which some of it has grids on it, and I would lay it over the pattern, trace off the part I want, and then futz with the rest of it to make something else. So maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. Probably because it is a hack. They market it as a hack pattern. That's why they do that. I mean, I hack patterns all the time, but and I use my own grid paper.
Well, I think it will work good. And this pattern was at Walmart too. How about that? Let me show you what I found. Two of them are in the wash though. I found a really, really pretty blue one that I'm going to make the t-shirt from hopefully tomorrow. I don't want to dump my coffee on this. That would be bad.
Ooh, that's a pretty color.
Isn't that beautiful? And there's like tons and tons of it. There's like 3 yards for like $4. It's
Mhm.
ridiculous. Let me make sure Doreen isn't trapped in the waiting room. She's not. Okay.
So if you, how
And
much stretch does that have? Have you tested how much stretch it has?
Let me see if this pattern has one of those little guides on it. It does not.
If you
Oh, yes,
remember,
it does.
Kim's experience with something that was really stretchy, and then there's stretchy, and then there's not stretchy enough.
Okay, so what are you supposed to do? You first line it up with the white and then try and stretch, or you line it up with the black? Black. Okay.
You line it up with the shorter one and then stretch the wider one.
Really?
So yeah, you line it up on the black, and then you take it, stretch it to the white.
All the way to the white.
Yeah.
Is it with the selvage or without the selvage?
Stretch it crosswise. So from salvage to salvage,
Okay.
they'll put the
All right.
salvage edge of
So
one
this
crosswise.
this one goes just a smidgen past, like
That's
that
fine.
much past.
That's
Mhm.
great. You're fine.
All right, so there's that
You're
one.
aware that if it
Then
goes
this
way-
one, what's that?
If it goes way
What-
past it, then you know that it's going to have a lot more stretch than the pattern was designed for, and you may have to counter that as well.
Then I got 4 yards for $4 of this rib knit.
Ooh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so let's see about that stretch level. This feels much stretchier. It's like 1.5 times.
Mhm.
So what would you use something crazy stretchy for?
Well, just that some patterns are going to need more stretch. Some need a 75% stretch, some need 50. It's just that once you're aware that it's going to stretch more, that you may not need as much ease as the pattern gives you. And you
Okay.
know Doreen's going to want to dye that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. We're not touching it. It's perfect just how it is. Okay. Then this is sweater knit.
Ooh.
$4, 4 yards, $4.
Wow.
Crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
But what's funny about it is they say on the package an undetermined material. I'm like,
It just means they don't know the fiber content. So
okay.
you're on your own in terms of trying to figure out how to wash it and take care of it.
Then
May have little
Also-
peels on it after you wash it. So
sweater knit.
Oh, that looks so nice. That rib thing. Yeah.
And these are all so soft. And then right now in the dryer is a beautiful like navy blue kind of eye cat print, gorgeous.
Mhm.
And in the wash are 2 black and gray like knits with like stripes on them.
You should have videotaped your face when you saw all that in the Walmart.
Like, I've been seeking, I even went out of town.
I would like to see that face. Like, it's glowing.
Well, I'll tell
already
you this
now.
story because I don't like to get the cart. A couple of things. I was not getting the cart before COVID, just because my rule is when my hands are full, it's time to leave. And so I had Isabel with me, and then I found all this fabric. And so I'm stacking these bundles in her hands. She can't see. And she's starting to complain a little. And I said, do you need help? And she said, yes.
Other people who are shopping might be thinking, what kind of mother using his daughter like a cart?
I take some of her
Oh my
load
gosh.
and I'm dropping the stuff everywhere. Every aisle, I'm dropping it and reloading. And then she's getting embarrassed by that. And she goes, it may be best if I hold it all.
Because you are excited and you are like wavering, all that. So that,
Yeah,
that
I'm like,
might
I
be
don't
the
want to put my
reason.
fabric in a COVID cart.
Oh dear.
So and she was kind of, looking at me like, why on earth do you need all this?
No, for your experiment purpose, that's the best fabric. And
That's
once
what
you,
they said.
instead of like muslin or this thing, because it's a similar kind of stretch thing, so you
Yeah.
can have, feel it on your body. And once you figure it out, that's the good pattern you can, then maybe with another, good fabric, you can just make a good.
And they only had one t-shirt pattern. So imagine us holding mountains of this fabric and me trying to get in that silly pattern file. And then she like let out this big exhale when I was able to find it. She goes, I thought they weren't gonna have it. It was, yeah, probably a sight to see.
So does any of this fabric work in with your capsule?
I don't think so.
Well, actually, I feel like I'm looking
Maybe
at
even a
all
cream color one.
the cream does, and I just love gray with all my heart. The blacks are, not. I guess I am working on two simultaneously because the blacks and the grays are going to go really nice together, and the cream will match with the other fall colors. I could honestly wear black and gray all year. I'm still
So all the color goes into your bags and not your wardrobe, huh?
Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, let's see how Doreen is. Good morning, Doreen. You're late.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm fine. My computer was just trying to do all kinds of things this morning that so I've been sitting here waiting for my computer to get done doing its launching and doing its whatever. It took a long time. Sitting here. Waiting.
I found all this fabric at Walmart.
You did?
I found tons of it, and
Really?
I got this pattern too.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Can I see any of the fabric? Any of it?
I'll show you real quick.
Okay,
But
real quick.
You're not allowed to dye any of it. You see?
Oh,
I love
okay,
them.
okay. Let me see that one. So
It's
what
a
is?
sweater material.
Oh, I know what that is.
Doreen.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
This is the one they suspected you'd want to dye. There's 4 yards of it.
Oh, I have that one.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, I'm gonna dye that one for sure.
And then in the wash is right now are like 8 more yards of like black knit stripes, 2 different stripes. And in the dryer is a really gorgeous navy blue print, but it's like a polyester knit. Is that a thing?
Yeah, because it can have different synthetic stuff stuck in there. So
Yeah,
that's
so-
definitely.
Polyester is not like it used to be. They've really worked well on developing the fiber into something that's a little bit more durable. A lot of them, they have that wicking quality to it. So just because it's polyester doesn't mean that it's going to be like the old polyester we kind of grew up with.
No. Do you want to see what I did? Remember that 2 pieces of wood together?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I am so impressed. This is my first time with it.
Oh.
Wow.
Just a practice piece. Just a
That's
practice piece.
pretty.
Yeah.
Is that cotton, Doreen?
What?
Is that cotton?
Yes. Yes. Just a pure
Gorgeous.
cotton. It's got a little embossing in it, but it's still cotton.
Uh-huh.
So what I did is let's see, I think what I did is I got the I folded it, like that. I did the folding back and forth, so you got the fold lines. And then when I'm done with the folding, then I kept doing folding of each piece as it went down, folding each piece. And so when it came out, it was like each triangle kind of stuck to each other. And then it just kind of splurted out into this. So I just got a yellow color. So now I've got the 3 primaries. And so now, once you have the 3 primary colors, I can do whatever I can.
I think if you don't do the organized kind of folding, if you crumple it this side also, then you get more organic dye.
Then you
Now
get the
it
fuller,
looks so
fuller. Yeah, and then what you do is you get a bucket of the water with whatever dye, and you just take the piece of fabric and you just crunch it up. And then you put it into the tub. And so like the first 10-15 minutes, they say, of the dyeing process is the most critical. So if I had it like this, then this stuff on the bottom is going to get a real saturated, more saturated view of the, not view, more saturated. It just grabs more of the dye because it's sitting in it. The stuff on top, because the water is going to be, you're never going to be able to get it. It's always going to float above the water a little bit on the top. And so because of that, and because of the crinkling, then the fabric has more of a crystallized look almost.
Yeah.
And that I love.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at the next fun thing to do with dyeing. And
Gorgeous, Doreen.
I was so impressed with that. I was just like, I was so thrilled. And then I brought it upstairs and I asked Dave to take a look at it, because he's the real critic. Is if he doesn't like it, he'll just, okay, he'll say it's fine. And he went, whoa. So that was kind of nice to have him say something. And
he got to help you create it.
Yeah.
But
so that was,
yeah, but I'm thinking, what
I
does the block
I had another
look
one,
like?
Huh?
What does the block look like now? Did it pick up the dye? The wood? Is it pretty?
I don't know if it's going to, it's pretty, but it's going to now pick up other colors.
Other color. Yeah.
Well, I kind of think it might become like those frying pans. Whoops. What happened?
What happened?
We can see you. Oh, the cat's so pretty, Casey.
She's being very persistent.
I'm guessing she didn't let you sew this weekend.
Actually, I did get some good sewing time in.
Let's see. What did you do?
So I made my husband's, I don't know, / Christmas, I guess this is Christmas present.
Oh,
It's a bathrobe out of fleece.
love it.
Oh,
I have to put I'm waiting for him so I can hem the sleeves, because I don't know how long he wants those, and where to put the belt loop, because I don't want to put them where they put them, because that may not be where his waist is, and nothing annoys me more than belt on not against my waist. So annoying.
but that's true.
So I can't tell you how many dresses I've cut the belt loops off and put them someplace else. When if I buy a ready-made dress, it's like cut, gotta go. And because now I have some little bit of fleece, I made myself hand warmers.
Oh, those are
Good
adorable.
idea.
Great idea.
Bring them up again. I want to see it again, just so I can quickly. So all you did was.
Yeah, those are easy. I've made those before.
Yeah, it's basically a tube. I made a kind of like I just fold back a little bit around the thumbs, top stitch it.
Got it. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's a nice, easy, quick thing to do.
On this one, I did angle the top part a little bit so it fit around my hand better, but basically you measure your palm and that's how much fabric you need for
Very
this,
good.
and then however long you want to make it. So my last pair I
Yeah.
lost in the airport, I think in Newark, New Jersey last winter. So I was very bummed I didn't have them. And I didn't have access to my fleece stash. So I was like, oh, now I have something to make. I've got a hat started. It's a kind of, I'm just organically cutting and seeing it fit. So that'll be another time if it ever gets on my head.
Very cool. So you say you measure your palm and that's how much fabric you need?
Yeah, just take the tape measure and go around your palm.
Oh, the width. Gotcha.
Measure around your palm. That's how wide the fabric has to be, plus seam allowances. So if you do a quarter inch, half inch, whatever you feel comfortable with, where for seam allowances. So
Nice.
you have to remember to leave an opening for your thumb. So
That is a good project. You
yeah.
can make leg warmers too. I wish those would come back.
I think there's anything goes. I've seen people wearing leg warmers, on top of boots and things like that. So
Sure.
I used to knit them, the leg warmers.
But did you knit them?
Yeah,
They're
I did.
I have one other thing to share.
okay.
Okay.
The fabric from Nick of Time. Thrilled with the navy blue. I'm ready to start working with that. This is my next project for my t-shirt. I got the pink as well, but when I washed it, I took it out of the dryer, I found there's a hole in it. In fact,
Whoa,
2 holes, perfect round
really?
circles. Yeah. So now I have to go back. I haven't measured it yet. I want to measure it and see if these holes are within the, I think 3 or 4 yards I ordered, and then they just decided, oh, what the heck, we'll give her extra, or whether it's in the middle of it and I need to have a conversation with them.
How bizarre. Why do you think it has holes?
What I can't understand, and I guess maybe it was the way the fabric was folded, I can't imagine somebody cutting this and not having noticed when they, lay it out on the bolts, lay it out on the table to cut, that there's a hole, because it's on, I think it's on both sides. Yeah. So
Did you say you got extra fabric?
I don't know yet.
Absolutely huge.
It's perfectly circular. That's just
Yeah. And then there's this probably not quite a half a yard afterwards. So I have to measure it and find out if they said, oh, what the heck, we'll give her some extra, or whether that's within what I purchased. And then I have to,
Yeah, you gotta check.
You can make a poncho so easy with that.
you know how they
She's
make them
got 2 holes.
donut shawls or something like that.
Yeah.
Holes, and then yeah. I was thinking, was somebody making one of those? But you're right. It is like a perfect circle.
Really weird, Casey.
That was not cut by scissors. That was cut by the die cut of some kind.
Mhm.
Huh.
We'll have to see.
Gosh, so you did have a weird weekend. You just didn't know it.
That's it. There was the weirdness. I took it out of the dryer. I was like, what? Now I'm going to measure it and figure out whether I need to have a conversation with them about.
Wow. Yeah. Good luck convincing them of that.
Yeah, true.
Oh, goodness. What about you, Kim? Did you sew?
No, didn't sew. I washed some fabric, and I had some French terry here that I hadn't used, and I thought, okay, I'm going to use that for my t-shirt. The weird thing is that when I went to wash it, I went to fold it back up. It's a tube.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
What kind of fabric?
It's French terry.
French terry in a tube?
And I was like, really? Because I'm looking for the end. I kept looking for the end so I could fold. And I was like, wait a minute, this is a tube. So, but I really like it. It's a pale yellow.
Can we see?
Yeah, and I've got like 5 yards of this stuff.
Where'd you get it? Where'd you say you got it from?
Oh, that
Joann.
is nice.
Joann's?
Yeah, I've had it for a while. So,
Oh, okay.
Yes. And
but
that's
it's
already
French
washed?
terry.
You already
Yeah,
got
I
it all
washed it.
washed and everything?
Yeah, I washed it. I washed it the other day, and so I've got that, and I've got a white French terry, and then I've got a white knit. So
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna do bathrobes or something?
now I'm making t-shirts.
Oh,
That's fun.
And then I'm gonna make this t-shirt with
Oh,
with
that's
one of them.
Okay.
That should be super easy.
What
And then
number is that?
7222. And then I think I'm gonna make this set.
Let me see the top, put it up a little bit, yeah. There, okay,
That's
okay,
cute.
sure. That'd be nice and
Simplicity
comfortable.
9564.
That looks like an old one though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But I really like the pants.
Yeah,
And I like that shirt. And I've got a lightweight knit for that, but I really like the pants, and I think I'm gonna make that with the French terry
oh,
for the
nice.
pants.
cozy.
That's wonderful. How's
So,
your daughter doing? Still good?
oh, she's fine.
So
Yep,
she's
she's
good.
fine.
She's out of the
Yeah.
woods then. That's
Yeah,
great.
she took a test and everything was negative, so she's
Good.
fine.
Yay.
What happened with the two lovely ladies that we
Yeah,
have been?
Cheryl and Sally, how they doing?
We haven't heard.
Sally's surgery is today, right?
No, last Monday.
Last week.
It's
Oh,
been a
last
week.
week.
Because there was a note, somebody said something on the Facebook page, but I haven't looked to see if there's been a response back. Uh-oh, I don't like that.
I
Because
know.
Cheryl usually pops in.
Mhm.
Well,
Oh, I hope she's okay.
we'll just have to keep sending her positive thoughts.
Yep.
My friend had it, and she said that one of the things that surprised her was that she got depressed.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
You know, just because everything was a struggle, and she said that was not something she anticipated. Was feeling depressed.
So she wasn't really sick in other ways,
Oh,
but
she had the cough, she had the fever, she was really tired. But then on top of that was kind of this, she said all she could do was sit on the couch and watch Hallmark Channel movies.
yeah.
Mm.
And that's enough to make you depressed though after a while.
Well, she said she was so funny. She said, now I'm watching the Hallmark Channel. I know it always comes out happy at the end. So I'm not sure why I'm crying at the end of these movies.
Mm.
But it was part of the, just how she was feeling. It made her feel very emotional and depressed. So, but she's
Oh,
so that's a good thing.
yeah.
And it does take them a while to get over it. So it's not like the flu. It takes a lot longer to get over this. So
And it's really different for every person.
That
Mhm.
is the whole thing. It's
It's a crapshoot depending on who you are.
yes. That's what we have used the word at home. We've used that. You don't want to get it because you don't know what's going to happen. But if you get it, it might not be anything, or it could be horrible. Oh, gods. Okay.
Did you all see in the notes, I put the link for our New Year's party? And there's going to be handmade prizes for the ugly sweater contest. Does anyone have an ugly sweater?
Oh, we're gonna wear an ugly sweater.
Yep. So it'll be 4:00 Eastern next Tuesday. So after Christmas, and you can see the crafts. So Jen, if you click on the link, Jen is going to teach us to draw. She's an amazing teacher. If you haven't taken her classes, she's an actual high school teacher. So she is an awesome teacher. So if you think you can't draw, Jen can teach you to draw.
I can't draw.
You should
can draw.
try. You should, well, you might not be able to because of the pain. I understand that. But if it's just because you don't know how, Jen is
I
exceptional.
would, yeah, because I would like to, because my mind is going more towards doing my own thing and getting away from complete patterns. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to draw.
So basically sketch.
Yeah, that's what she does. You need to come,
do that.
Doreen. Bring your sketchbook and come. And then Karen is going to teach us how to make that origami chatterbox, the lips.
Okay, so I gotta try the drawing class.
Yeah. And then if you come, bring either a New Year's resolution or a word of the year for 2021 and your ugly sweater.
Okay.
Yep. So it'll be fun. And it's just going to be the Element 3 crew this time. We're not partnering with anybody.
Okay.
And hopefully all the ugly sweaters will be on sale and I'll be able to.
I'm thinking of making mine, like out of an old sweater, making it. I can't win, but I'm still gonna
You want
play.
to show what you got.
I have plenty of shawls, but I don't have any sweaters.
Like,
Is there
well,
such a thing as an ugly shawl?
You're fine. Close enough.
All my shawls are beautiful.
no, I bet they are, Usha. I bet they're
Hang
absolutely
some
gorgeous.
Christmas ornaments off one of them.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, would be fun, right? Yeah. So use your imagination. You got more than a week. That's time. How about you, Suzette? You showed the wallet for a second, but did you have a question about it, or were you at a?
I have a lot of questions about it.
Oh, you do. Uh-oh.
Well, this is my second one, just following the written pattern, and I'm coming up with the same issues.
What? Okay, so maybe it's a legitimate issue.
So I don't know if am I supposed to talk about it here on this?
Oh yeah, you're fine. Hold it up. Let's
Okay.
see.
Okay.
It's pretty.
By following the directions, and then I was looking at the pictures you posted. It says fold the front pocket that ends over 1/4 inch. I think it needs to be 1/2 inch.
Okay.
And then I think it needs to be like 1 1/4 inches
From the top.
from the top edge. Otherwise, when you go to fold it, by following where the placement of the closure and all that, because otherwise that end gets curled up
Okay.
in there.
All right. Cool.
And then
Thank
if
you.
you wanted to, pinch the excess to do that strap thing on the top, there's no room
Mm-hmm.
to do that. I don't know if maybe the whole thing needs to be a 1/2 inch longer or something like that.
Okay. So if we do all those things, it would prevent all of those problems.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And if
for
you
doing
need
that.
an unbiased, untested tester, I will be happy to, receive
Do
the
you
direct.
want to sew one, Casey?
I do. I think it would be really cool.
Okay. I'll
what-
send you the PDF and the link to the pictures. And actually, this will be a wonderful test for us because you weren't part of what was going in it. So it would just be like a blind sew.
Mhm.
Anybody else want a blind sew? Usha's already seen it. Kim, you don't make craft?
I don't know. I don't even understand it.
Yeah, because
My hope is to be able to slip my sunglasses in there because that's the one thing that if you put it in your pockets, they get crunched. So
Oh.
I'm hoping to make sure I can get my sunglasses into something.
yeah, I'm thinking it needs to be maybe a 1/2 inch longer, the hole.
Only a 1/2 inch? You don't want an inch?
I don't know, because I made it and I figured I had the same problem I had with the first one.
Mhm.
I was tearing it apart and just clipping it together to see where it should fold, and I'm not sure where the bottom of the pocket, if it should be up a little higher. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because the way it comes down now, I made the pocket, I folded both ends in 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4 inch. And then I was looking at your pictures and counting on your cutting board how many inches your pocket was.
And how far down was it?
Yours is about this far down, but my pocket, by following the directions, was almost an inch, or like 3/4 of an inch longer than yours.
Okay. So
So I shortened the pocket. I did a 1/2 inch on both ends instead of a 1/4 inch. And then I raised it up from 2 inches to just a little bit longer than 1 inch. And now when it closes, that top edge of the main panel is not curled under there, but it still doesn't leave enough if you wanted to pinch that for the crossbody.
Yeah, and so on mine, I had that same problem. I ended up using the, strip and just sewing the strip to the inside of it. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I will play with the length of that, but Casey, did you see I put the link to the pattern? And then I'm going to give you one more link because I put a whole bunch of pictures so you can kind of see the construction process.
And then maybe like the placement of the card slot and the dividers and all that. Maybe
Will
we should,
have to be adjusted too.
it should be like maybe inches from the end instead of over the other thing.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can you write it in the comments so we can track it? Write it on the Patreon comments so we can see if anybody else as they make it. So we
Yeah.
can just get a consensus.
Yeah, I was stuck on this for the weekend. I didn't do
Oh
any
my
wrapping or anything because I was trying to get it out. You want it all wrapped up by the end of the year, so I was trying my best to.
Okay, well, that's just moving measurements, so that's good. But you're going to be able to use the one you have, right?
Yeah, and this is the first one I did.
I love that.
The bottom of my pocket is down here.
Uh-huh.
But I thought that's the best way to try it, is just follow the written pattern without looking at any pictures or anything. And then my top part was all crunched in there because I folded that over at least a half inch and sewed it in there.
Okay.
The end of the panel.
So I wonder.
I had to fold it down like where the zipper pockets trim is.
But the one which Andrea showed and yours, the size looks different.
Yeah.
What's the measurement on yours?
7 inches.
Okay, and I'm coming in at 6 inches. Wait, what? You just have cotton fabric, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you use the Decoville?
Yes. Now this, after we talked about how it shrinks up, I actually cut the panels, put the Decoville, fused it on, and then I cut the panels to the 5 by 20. And
That could be where our difference is happening because I cut, then fused, so I was shrinking mine.
Yeah.
I mean,
now the one I made when you first put out the video before you wrote the pattern, for everyone to test it, you put out the video. That's this one, and that came out.
Okay, and so mine, look, that Decoville just must have shrunk the heck out of it because my first one with the wax canvas is much bigger.
Yeah. So if yours is shorter, how did you not?
Yeah, that's what I could see it very visibly.
How did you not have your copy your panel crunched over? So that's what I'm thinking, where all the pocket and the other placements of everything are. It should maybe be so many inches from the end.
Yeah. And the other difference, Suzette, which I'll go back and look at, is in the video I said I had you quadrant off the sections.
Right.
So I may need to go back to that.
Didn't. So like when you say put the divider over the zipper pocket, whatever, if not everybody's putting it in the same place, that's why I'm thinking maybe measurements instead of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I took it apart and I'm just clipping it together to see how the fold and everything goes.
That one looks good.
Yeah, I took it, it's not all sewed back together, but this was the second one I did, and I came up with the same issue, so I started taking it apart to see where I should place everything to make sure all the folds are gonna be where they should be.
Okay, so just make sure to
nothing's
measure.
crunched inside.
It's not? It's not anymore. The only thing you don't have now is if you wanted to do the paper bag top.
Right. There's like, I think you'd need another 1/2 inch because I have just a little bit.
To get it in there, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then I tried to put a back pocket on, and it was, of course, I didn't know. That was before I changed the measurement. So now I would know how to figure out, because it was like either way down here or it was coming across the top.
Yeah. This would be also easy to determine just by making a paper pattern. I just feel like the back pocket puts so much in the seam though. Did you?
Yeah, it does, but I didn't put my card slips in the seam.
Good. That's
I cut them down a little bit and then put a trim on the side.
cute.
Just because that does get so bulky there.
For sure. Well, good work. Just make a note of the measurements and then we'll see what happens when Casey sews it. Now you got the cheats. You got the cliff notes, Casey. Don't do that. Don't do this.
Yeah,
Okay.
because this size, for me, I think if I was going to use it, I would wear it as a crossbody because I think it's too big as a wallet to go in my purse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pretty, pretty. Okay, who else sewed? Doreen? You're muted though. I don't know. There she is. She did sew.
No, she's walking around.
We can't hear you, Doreen.
How dare I not have be heard?
You're not heard.
Not heard. I just had the pattern. Okay, so it is that pattern.
Fun.
Okay. And so I did, this is the one where I said I was going to put a whole bunch of different pinks together.
Oh, yes.
So I did not, okay, so I had the main, I had a different one for the sleeve, but it looked like a clown. It looked stupid. So I was able to get more of, so that main pink, and then the side panel, I had another piece of fabric and I sewed, I just sewed diagonal just to give it some visual. So I sewed that, and so that's the side panel. And then I went back to Joann's because I didn't have anything for the pink, so I got another little bit of that. So that.
Oh, I like it.
Really fun.
I
It
like
looks
how
lovely.
it almost looks like it's another shirt underneath it, which is kind of neat.
Yep,
Right?
that's exactly what this guy is. It's got that line. So that's it. And
Really nice.
I had another one that I think I showed you guys. I had another one that is like this, but I wanted to see if I don't love it enough to make it again, but it still is, it's fine. I finished because it was so simple. Oh yeah. So this guy here with that neckline. And so what I did is, you know, it's got,
Wow.
Love the pockets. So cute.
and I don't like the neckline on me, but I guess I had a different type of fabric that I found to go through here. And I mean, I like the looks of it. And so, because I think I was showing you guys I was going to do something for a shawl neckline. Oh yeah. Okay. So I had this just as a piece of fabric downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. And so do you guys, are you all aware of how to sew a shell, this thing? Are you aware? Is everybody aware how to do that? 'Cause it took me a second to remember back, but I remembered back.
It's like yoga pant.
Well, I'll just tell you,
waistband, right?
it's a rectangular piece of fabric, okay? So you got that rectangular, and then what you do is you twist it.
Mhm.
Okay? You twist it and then you bring it together and you sew it.
Yeah.
And so then it gets to be more flattering the way it falls. It's got a little more, it's a little it just falls better.
You talking about a scarf?
No, this is just it could be the cowl neckline, but it's separate just because
Okay.
I didn't
Don't
have it
attach.
on here. So I wanted to add one, but I didn't
Oh,
feel like adding
okay.
it to the dress itself. I just wasn't in the mood for it.
I
If
do
you're
that a
doing
lot.
it to the,
I
if you're
get
doing it,
hot flashes, and so I always have to be able to take it off quick.
oh, okay.
Casey.
I
I
do that.
never thought of that. Yeah, if you didn't attach to the dress, obviously you would be able to twist it like that. But since it's a separate piece, I twist it and then it just falls a little bit nicer. And
About how long is it, Doreen? About how long would I cut the fabric?
I measured it, but I'll do it 1/2 and then double it.
So another way to do that, if you're going to attach it to the dress to get some kind of interest, is you attach the one side of the collar, and then when you go to you fold over the collar, in essence, move it like an inch or two to the right and stitch it, and then you'll get these ripples all the way around.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, because you're stretching it. Yeah.
Well,
So mine would probably turn out anyway.
Well, then you can tell everybody it was a design feature.
Yeah.
Mistakes are design features all the time.
So could you just go around adding that feature to like ready-made shirts like this one?
You
Yeah.
mean this?
No, what I
Absolutely.
was talking about with
Yeah,
the
with a little bit of a twist, so it would just kind of totally change that, right?
yeah, it would give it a
Yeah.
little different look. Yeah.
Because I don't like it without something through here. I just don't. Not in the wintertime. I'm too cold. So this, but I mean, with this, it just added a whole nother look to
Mhm.
add that underneath it.
Mhm.
It was just,
Nice.
it was, I mean, I really didn't like it at all because of the neckline. I just decided that neckline, even though I liked the way it looked when it got done,
Yeah.
I didn't like it on me, but then you add that to it, then I'm fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
Another
Well,
thing I've done, if I need the cowl to stay put, is I'll put a button on the underside of the shirt back, and then I can put a loop on the cowl and I can button them together. That way it's
Oh,
around, because sometimes with that seam, it'll shift around and suddenly it'll be in the front instead of where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I've done to keep them in place.
Yeah.
What else do you have, Doreen? That looks pretty.
This guy, I think I had this partway done.
yeah.
Yeah, that dress. Well, I remember telling you guys I wanted to know if I liked it for me now. I don't.
Aw.
I just it's just is not, it's not me. And so it's no big deal. I'll still wear it. I mean, it's stuff from it. I think this thing cost me like $2 to make. So I'm not at all upset by it, but I think part of it is that I'm not so much into this type of sleeve. I like a little bit more, just a bit more through here.
You like it more fitted or less fitted?
I'd like it less fitted at the sleeve.
Dolman, kind of a dolman sleeve.
Yeah, just a little bit more of the dolman. I was trying to find the name of it, but she just mentioned it. Yeah, I just don't, I think if this was in a dolman, I might go for it. But
What will you do with it?
what?
What are you going to do with it?
I'll wear it. I'm just not gonna make one again.
Mm.
Just not. And the last thing I'm doing, didn't get far at all because we just weren't home yesterday much at all, but I'm doing another because I really love, that the dress thing that I made with the funky top,
Yes.
Okay, so I'm making this gray one. It's a gray fabric. I'll just show you. It's the same thing as that. It's just a very sweaterishy, very soft gray. And I will wear this because I'm wearing the other ones all the time at home. So, but
I like that.
yeah. So we were out Christmas lights looking, whatever you call it, doing the tour of the Christmas lights all over the place. That's what we were doing last night. It was just a blow. But anyway, has anybody done that? Looked at other people's Christmas lights?
Oh, yeah.
Have you
Every
seen?
year.
Okay, we haven't in the last few years, but have you seen how they connected up with a radio station?
No? How do you do that?
Oh, they sync
Right,
it to,
to the music.
yeah. So the whole yard and the whole house is done up really wowsy. And so then they sync it up to a radio station. And so the music, as it plays, the whole house, the lights work with it.
Wow.
We went to
That's
two different
fancy.
houses that they had literally a parking lot in front of their house. And the people would just advance as that people left, and then we would just advance and get closer to the house. Yeah,
That's
there's
really
two.
interesting.
It was, we were there for so long that the last one we went to just had decorations, and it was like, okay, that's nice. It just didn't do it. So it was getting late by then, but yeah, we got up really close to the second house, and we were estimating it's got to be, number one, it's got to be absolute beyond geeky people, very, very smart people to do this. And the cost, he was doing a quick estimation, he goes at least 20-30 grand just to put this up.
What?
Yeah, because he's going, well, that stuff is going to
Why?
cost you just like a few hundred. That's going to cost you a good couple thousand. That's going to cost you. And he's going around the whole house. And it was,
Wow, they really love Christmas.
it was insanely cool. I mean, I was just.
You didn't take a picture?
Yes. I will download it if you want me to. I can download a couple of them into the Facebook.
We definitely want to see this $20,000 Christmas.
And I thought it would have been grabbed by now because we got to go do microwave shopping. Our microwave is going on the fritz.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, he told me we were going to leave it about an hour ago.
Okay, well, we'll let you go. Is anybody coming back?
I don't know if I will be.
I don't know. I got to cook.
You
I
got
might
what?
Oh,
Dave,
really?
when Dave's coming home, so
What's that, Casey?
I said I'm not sure. I'm not sure when Dave's going to arrive. It's about a 2-hour ride up from Phoenix. So
Oh,
Can I ask a quick question?
yes.
Did you do the Pamela's pattern t-shirt? Was it you that did that?
I have not done her t-shirt, but I took a class with her before she made her t-shirt pattern. And so I know kind of what she does in terms of getting the fit and things. What's your question?
Well, I was gonna order it, but under Notions, it says I need knit stay tape for the neckline, woven stay tape for the shoulders, and double-sided fusible stay tape for the hem. Do I need all that stuff?
That makes it easier. And those stay tapes are things that, you'll use again. I don't always stabilize the shoulders. I don't find that, I don't know why, but I don't really feel a need to stabilize the shoulders. So I often don't do that one. The stuff for the hem, that is a neat trick. And when you learn that trick, you'll apply it to other things. I've been trying to find, I can't find my stuff. I didn't label it well enough in our inventory. So I am kind of kicking myself because I do like that, you put it on the edge of the hem and then you just fold it up, press it, and then you can stitch it and it doesn't wobble all over the place.
Yeah, I've used this before, but it's
Oh, that's the double-sided basting tape?
yeah, wash away Wonder Tape. So it's good for while you're sewing it, but then it washes out.
You could probably use that if you didn't want to get into the other stuff.
And the other stuff, what is it? Is it like that clear plastic, elasticy stuff? Is that what the stay tape is?
No, stay tape looks almost like a knit fusible, but it's in like a 1/2-inch roll.
Okay.
I do have some here. No, I don't have it handy, but because I have some that's non-fusible, which I wish I had the fusible because then it makes the t-shirt hems much easier. Because I use that to just fuse on the edge, then you just fold it up and stitch, and it's got enough so that it doesn't, make a wonky stretched hem. So,
Okay. I think that's the pattern I'm gonna try.
great, good.
Thank you.
Yay.
That's tomorrow, right?
T-shirts.
What?
tomorrow.
T-shirt class tomorrow.
Yeah, but we don't have to have it made by tomorrow.
No.
No, tomorrow is the t-shirt discussion, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ucha.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you are early, but I was asking my
Oh,
question.
yes. Yes,
You
it's
are
tomorrow.
taking,
Oh,
Don't
poor.
cry.
No crying. Okay, ladies, have a good little day if I don't see you again.
Okay,
bye-bye.
bye.